Welcome to the Incompetent Griller, where I'm going to teach you, an incompetent griller, how to look like you know what you're doing when grilling in front of your family and friends. Today we'll be making a delicious smoked queso dip on a Weber Kettle grill. To get started, we're going to set our bottom vent to in between about a quarter and halfway open so as to moderate our temperatures, as our main goal is going to be melting the cheese into our other ingredients. No one's pining for burnt cheese. Let's get a chimney full of coals started, and we'll head inside while they get going. Grab a 9x13 disposable tin pan, as we're going to use that to assemble our queso. For our ingredients, we're going to cube up a 1-pound block of Velveeta cheese. This is important to keep the dip creamy, so don't get snooty about whether or not this is real cheese. To that, we're going to add 8 ounces of pepper jack cheese and 8 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese. These last two cheeses can vary based on your personal preferences. With that said, does that sound like a lot of cheese to you? Well, I've got news for you. Cheese is like money and oxygen. Too much is just about right.
Cheese, glorious cheese!
We're then going to add a ½ pound of breakfast sausage and chorizo, which you'll pre-cook and drain of the fat before adding to the mixture. Add to that 1 can of Rotel, as well as a ½ cup of chicken broth to help keep the sauce smooth, and also a ½ can of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, which you're going to finely chop so your kids won't notice them in the sauce. Finally, we're going to sprinkle on some Tony's Creole seasoning to jazz things up a bit. If you prefer it, you can also use a favorite barbecue rub instead. Now that our coals are ready, we're going to set them to one side. As I mentioned earlier, our focus needs to be on smoking and melting the cheese, not burning it. So we're going to set up the grill for indirect cooking. We'll be smoking this dish with mesquite wood, since that's what I have on hand. But I've heard good things about using hickory as well. Just use whatever wood sounds good to you. Now that everything's properly set up, we can place the pan of queso on the indirect heat side, then put the grill lid on, with the vents over the pan to draw the smoke over the queso. We'll leave the lid on for about 30 minutes before checking on it. As the lid settles into place, remember the words of your therapist. If you're looking, you're not cooking. So leave the lid on for 30 minutes and let the magic happen. During these 30 minutes, you and your family can watch free episodes of Studio C. You know, the team that made that viral Scott Sterling video. I'll leave a link in the description to start you on Season 1. Now that 30 minutes have passed, I hope you remembered to bring a big spoon, because it's time to start stirring. One thing I like about this recipe is that it offered a solution to my first world problems. I've been researching cold smoking in relation to cheeses. However, everyone says I need to vacuum seal the cheese afterward and store it for at least 2 weeks before eating. I don't have the patience for that. If there's cheese in my house, I want to be eating it, not storing it. With this recipe, I get all that smoky goodness with the near immediate satisfaction of eating my smoked cheese the same day.
You can't stop our love!
Put the lid on for another 30 minutes so we can get more smokiness added and let the ingredients continue to integrate with each other while you watch another episode of Studio C. At this point, the dip is ready to go, so bring it inside and open up a bag of chips. Look how amazing that dip looks. It is so creamy and smells so good that I'm going to have to stop this video so I can start digging in. Let me know of your own successes down in the comments after trying this method yourselves. Have a great day.